At least 160 people are still missing in Central Texas. 119 people have been confirmed dead. The flooding along the Guadalupe River devastated communities there in ways that are hard, honestly, to fully understand. There are rescue crews. They're working day and night to find those missing people, reunite them with their families. There are families who have lost absolutely everything. And interspersed among those groups are journalists, people working to show us exactly what is happening there hundreds of miles away. One of those journalists is Lauren Desarmo. She used to work here as a photojournalist, right here at WRAL. Some pictures here that she sent us of her time when she was working in the Triangle. Lauren works now for the Weather Channel. She was sent to Kerrville and Hunt, Texas to cover this story. And earlier today, we decided, let's reach out, touch base with her and talk. So we spoke to Lauren about what she's seen over the last few days. What she had to say during our discussion was deeply moving, gave us a fresh perspective on a situation that is hard to fathom. Take us through what it's been like, how you ended up there in Kerrville, Texas. When did you get the call about this assignment? How long have you been there? Kind of walk us through what your past couple of days have been like.
I was with my baby. I just had a baby a few months ago, and we were excited to celebrate his first 4th of July. And I kind of started seeing some social media posts about what was going on, and we started getting emails, and that's when my ears perked up, and I went, oh, there's something going on in Texas right now. I'm going to start paying attention. This is something we might be responding to. I had no clue at the time what exactly we would be responding to, that it would be something of this magnitude, but I was deployed the next day. Congratulations on the new baby.
Has that put some perspective for you on just this deeper level of maybe what some of these families are experiencing?
100% yes. I've never experienced this type of an emotional response to an assignment in my entire 20 years of being a photojournalist. I'm not sure if it's from being a new mom myself or just the horrifying realities of what happened to those sweet little girls at the camp. We were at Camp Mystic on Monday of this week, across from their cabins, across the Guadalupe River, watching people pull out their foot lockers in pink and purple and yellow. And we all just fell silent in our crew and just watched. And I absolutely sat in my car, and I just had to take a minute.
When you've been in a community for as many days as you have, during a tragedy like this, you become a kind of a familiar part of it to some of the other people who are the ones being impacted directly. And I'm wondering, some of the things that weren't caught on camera, some of the moments that have stuck with you that will only be really with you through your eyes that you don't think you'll forget.
Screaming. That's the thing we haven't really caught on camera is when our crew is there and we're between doing our live hits and you hear people screaming in sorrow, the sorrow that is just radiating from the people who are in this town and just enduring this horrible suffering. There's really no way to convey that unless you're there in person.
There have been these moments that I've seen, and we see this all the time with the strength of people in these types of moments. Tell us about some of the moments of strength that you have seen and of perseverance and of hope despite all of this tragedy.
I am really glad that you asked that question because that is one thing I would really like to come out of Hunt and Kerrville in my time here. Is the thing that I'm taking away the most is the absolute fortitude of these search and rescue crews. I am in awe of their absolute conviction, their absolute visceral dedication to a singular mission. I've never seen anything like it in my life. They're almost trying to take back, like this floodwater took something so special from these people, and they're like, no, we're going to take it back. We want what you took, and we want it back. And that's the mood here of hope that I'm at least taking for myself.
Well, we will let you get back to work or getting some rest or whatever it is you need right now. Thank you so much for taking some time. We miss you back here in the Raleigh area, but we're glad you're doing great work.
Thank you. I just want to say one more thing, and it is, like I said, I had a baby a couple of months ago, and I cannot wait to get home, and I'm going to hug him and hold him, and harder than I ever have in his short little life, and because I can, and there are so many people that can't do that ever again, and I think that it is important to have perspective when we're talking about things and blaming or not blaming or just looking at perspective. I think that at the heart of all of this are people who are suffering, and that suffering is going to affect them the rest of their lives. That is something I have really taken is appreciation for what I have to go home to, and I'm going to carry all of these little girls and everyone who's been affected. They're going to come home with me in my heart.
Thank you, Lauren.